Hi guys, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Tessie. Today I'm going to be recreating this dress. If you're new to my channel, you're welcome. If you're yet to subscribe, kindly do that and let's get right into the video. For this tutorial, I'll be making use of this fabric. It's called a chiffon, and guys, I'm making use of 12 yards of fabric. So I'm going to be using the fabric as the lining as well, but you can choose to use a lycra or a cotton fabric or a lining, but I'm making use of this fabric. So what I did was to cut out 2 yards. So we're going to be cutting out the lining parts for both the front and the back. So these 2 yards will serve as my lining for both the front and the back. So I'll fold my fabric into two and then fold it in a triangle. So guys, I'm not adding zip at the back. The zip is going to be on the side, so we don't need the zipper allowance at the back area. So I folded my fabric into two, then folded in the triangle, and then this remaining part you just fold it in this way and then you pin it down. So I'll go ahead now to do that. So what I'll be doing next is placing my bust measurement. So the measurement you need for this is your bust measurement divided by 4 plus extra 1 inch for joining allowance at the side. So the bust divided by 4 is 9 plus 1 inch, that is 10. So I have 10 inches at this point, as you can see. So I'll go ahead now to chalk it down, and then I'm going to rotate what I have around that part. So go ahead, rotate what you have all around. So after rotating, I made the lines visible. So I'll cross check if I have my 10 inches at that point, which I do. So the next thing is to determine how off you want this dress to be. It's an off shoulder, so I'm going to be taking 6 inches off. After taking the 6 inches off, you determine the length of your lining. So the lining is supposed to be around your knee area. So my lining is going to be 38 inches long. So I took 6 inches off, then I'll chalk my 38 inches all around. So I'll go ahead now to chalk 38 inches and then rotate the 38 inches all around. So make sure you take 6 inches off before you rotate your measurement. Then I'll go ahead now to cut. So guys, while cutting, I mistakenly cut this part, which was not supposed to be so. I made a mistake. So I'm just going to quickly stitch this together. So I'll quickly stitch it together, and then we'll proceed from there. Please do not make the mistake that I did. I forgot. I thought it was straight. I never knew it has a triangle at the front. So guys, after cutting out, I have two pieces, one for the front and one for the back. So don't mind the stitches there, just ignore the stitches. So what we'll be doing next is working on the front. So I'll pick one part as the front and then I'll keep one part for the back. So for the front area, just go ahead and then you work on it. So what I'll be doing is there's a triangle at the front. So from this chalk that I have there, I'm going to come up by 3 inches. So you come up by 3 inches, and then from that point you just slant it to the armhole. So it depends on how you want it. If you want it deeper than this, I don't want the boobs area revealing, so mine is just going to be this way. So I'm going to make it this way, and then I'll go ahead now to cut it out. But if you want yours revealing at the armhole area, just go down a bit. So this is what the front looks like. As you can see, please just ignore the stitches at the top part. It was a mistake. So for the back as well, I don't want it deep. If you want it deep, just come down from this point here, just come down a bit depending on how deep you want it to be. But since mine is not going to be deep, I'm just going to cut it at the same point here. So we're good to go. We have our lining ready for both the front and the back. So guys, what we'll be doing next is cutting out the flare layers. So for the flare layers, I'm going to be starting the flare from the down part. So I folded the lining into two, and then I'm going to check what I have here on fold. What I have here is 30 inches. So we'll go ahead now to cut out the flare part. So guys, I'll fold my fabric in a triangle, as you can see. I'll fold it in a triangle, and then on the lining we got 30 inches on fold. That's the down part of the lining was 30 inches. So I'm going to place my tape and then get the 30 inches. And then for the lining, the length of the lining was 38 inches, right? So I'm going to take out that 38 inches at this point, and then I'll get the length of my gown. So the length of my gown plus joining allowance is 59 inches. So I'm going to chalk 59 inches and then rotate it all around. So I'll go ahead now to rotate my 59 inches all around. After doing that, we're going to connect the lines and then I'm going to be cutting it out. So guys, after cutting it out, I'll repeat same thing for the back as well. So we'll cut out the same thing for the back as well. So I'll go ahead now to cut this out. So after cutting it out, this is what it looks like, as you can see. So I'm going to be adding it at the down part of both the front and the back. So we have our first layer. Hope you understand. So guys, I'm going to place it this way and then I will stitch. So I'll repeat same thing for the back piece as well. You place the back and you stitch. So guys, for the next layer, that's the next step, I'm still going to maintain this same measurement that I used for the first step. So I placed it this way and then I'll cut same thing for both the front and the back. So guys, if you're cutting the second step, you can make yours a bit shorter than mine. It depends on your preference. I just want to maintain the same thing for both the first step and the second step. So I'm cutting the same thing for the front and the back. So guys, we're going to add the second layer to the lining. So I came up at the first layer by 10 inches. So I'm going to rotate 10 inches all around. That's where the second layer is going to start from. So we need to give a gap between the first layer and the second layer. So 10 inches is the gap that I used. So I'm going to connect it all the way around. And then after doing that, we are going to place the layer on the lining. So you repeat same process for the back piece as well. So I'll stitch it and then we're going to flip it to the right side this way. So guys, please make sure to repeat same process for the back piece as well. So guys, after doing that, this is what it looks like, as you can see. So we have two steps already. You can see that we have our first step, that's the down part, and then we have the second step. So we're going to be cutting out the third step. So guys, to cut out the third layer, we will fold our fabric into two, then fold it into two again, that's into four. The reason why I folded it into four is to cut out both the front and the back. So the length of the third layer is 16 inches. I want it to be 16 inches, as you can see. So I have 16 inches at the down part there. Then I'm going to just rotate my tape and then chalk 12 inches all around. So I chalk 12 inches all around, and then from that point that I have there, I'm going to chalk the length of my third flay, that's 16 inches, as you can see, and then I'm going to rotate that 16 inches all around. So it depends on the length of your flay for the third step. So after doing that, I'll cut this out and then slant this open. So I have two pieces for both the front and the back. So guys, this is what it looks like. This is what the third layer looks like, as you can see. Like I said, the length is 16 inches. I have 16 inches at this point. So what I'll be doing next is adding the layers on the lining. So to do that, I came up here by 6 inches. So the gap I'm giving at this point is 6 inches. There is no measurement to this. It just depends on how you want the layers. So I gave it 6 inches gap and then I rotated my 6 inches all around. So that is where the next step is going to be. So I'll place it here and then stitch. I'll repeat the same process for both the front and the back. So I'm going to pleat it a bit, depending on how full you want it to be. I'm just going to pleat it a bit, and then after doing that, we're going to be cutting out the next step. So I folded my fabric same way into 4 because I want to cut the front and the back. So I keep folding it into 4, as you can see. So now to get the next layer, I want it to be 11 inches. So I'm going to chalk 11 inches at this point, as you can see. And then after doing that, I'm going to rotate what I have there. So I'm going to rotate 10 inches all around. So I rotated 10 inches all around, as you can see. After doing that, I'm going to chalk the length of the next layer, which I want it to be 11 inches. So from this point, I'll chalk my flay length, which is 11 inches. So I'll rotate 11 inches all around. So guys, if you're a bit confused, just rewind the video and you understand what I did. So I'm going to rotate my 11 inches all around. After doing that, I'm going to connect my lines and then we're going to be cutting this part out. After cutting it out, I'm going to slash it. So I'll be having both two pieces for both the front and the back. So I'll slash this and then slash this as well. So guys, after doing that, I'll be adding this on the lining piece as well. So now to do that, to add this on my lining, I'm going to be giving it 6 inches gap as well. So I'll chalk 6 inches all around. I'll chalk 6 inches and then connect it all the way down to this point. After connecting my 6 inches, as you can see, I'm going to be adding the flay part on that line. So I'll repeat same thing for both the front and the back. So I'll pleat it a bit and then I'm going to stitch it. So we're good to go. So for the next step, I folded my fabric same way into 4. So I want the length of the next step to be 10 inches. So I'll chalk 10 inches at this point, and then I'll check what I have at the top point, and then after checking, I'm going to rotate whatever I have there. I'll connect it and then I'll chalk the 10 inches that I want for the next step. I'll rotate it all around. Hope this is very simple. So after rotating it all around, I'm going to connect it and then we're going to be cutting it out. So guys, this is just what you do for the next step. Depending on how many steps you want, just follow this process. Slash it open. You have 2 pieces for both the front and the back. So I'm going to be adding this to the next step. To do that as well, I'm going to come up by 6 inches and then I'll connect it all the way to the other end, and then connect my lines and then place the layers. I'll pleat it a bit, just a bit, and then stitch it. I'll repeat same thing for the back piece as well. So guys, this is what it looks like, as you can see. So you can do many layers depending on how much fabric you have. So now to add the last layer at the top part, what you need to do is to flip your fabric to the wrong side, as you can see. Then you take your flay and then you attach it this way, stitch on it following the curve. After stitching and following the curve, you flip it to the right side, so you're good to go. So that's what you need to do. So I'll repeat same thing for the back. Flip it to the wrong side, place your flay on the wrong side, as you can see, stitch on it, and then you flip it to the right side. So I'll do that and then show us what it looks like. So guys, after stitching, this is it. So what you need to do next is to weave. As you can see, I've gone ahead to weave the flay area. This is what it looks like. So guys, for the rope area, just go ahead, cut out your rope and then add your rows. I'm not going to be laying emphasis because I have a video on how to make this top, so just watch the video and you understand what I did. So I'm going to be attaching this on the front part. I'm going to fold my rope into 2 and get the middle point, place it in the middle point of the front, stitch it, and then I'm going to be attaching the rows on it and I'll stitch it as well. So after doing that, this is what it looks like. As you can see, what we'll be doing next is adding both the front and the back together. So I'll be placing it right side facing each other. I'll place it and then I'm going to be pinning them together. So you arrange it neatly and you pin. So to shape, I'll take my bust divided by 2. I'll minus 1 inch from it so that it will be firm at that chest line area. So you minus from your bust measurement and then you shape it all the way down. After doing that, I'm going to be adding my zip to it. I'm going to be making use of an invisible zip. I'll add it at the side and show us the end result. So guys, this is the end result. This is what it looks like. I love this outfit. I really love this outfit. I'm here to accessorize the outfit, but it came out lovely. Hope this tutorial was helpful. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, drop a comment, and make sure you're following me on all platforms at Sew with Tess. I love you guys and do have a blessed day. Bye.